Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today we have an amazing story for you, the life of one of the most creative and powerful minds of the modern world, Steve Jobs. This story is perfect for practicing your English listening skills. So get comfortable, listen carefully and repeat parts if you need to. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video and comment below if you love learning English through stories. Now, let's begin the story of Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was born on February 24, 1955, in San Francisco, California. His biological parents were young students who gave him up for adoption. He was adopted by Paul and Clara Jobs, a working-class couple. They raised Steve in Cupertino, in what we now call Silicon Valley, the center of modern technology. Steve showed a deep interest in electronics and machines from an early age. His father, Paul, taught him how to build and fix things in their garage. Steve was smart, but school wasn't easy for him. He was bored with normal classes and often challenged his teachers. After high school, he joined Reed College in Oregon, but dropped out after 6 months. He continued attending classes he enjoyed, especially calligraphy. Later, this skill helped him design beautiful computer fonts. In 1974, Steve worked briefly at Atari, a video game company. He saved money and went to India to learn about Buddhism and explore spiritual life. This experience made him think deeply and live simply values he kept for life. Back in California, Steve reconnected with his old friend Steve Wozniak, an electronics genius. Wozniak was building a simple computer for fun, and Jobs had an idea. Let's start a business. In 1976, the two founded Apple Computer in Steve's garage. They sold their personal items, Steve's van and Wozniak's calculator, to fund their first product, the Apple I. Soon after, they created the Apple II, a colorful, user-friendly computer. It became a huge success. Apple was officially launched in 1977, and Steve Jobs was only 22. He understood that computers should not only be powerful, they should also be beautiful and easy to use. Apple grew quickly. By 1980, it was a public company, and Steve became a millionaire. In just a few years, Apple became one of the biggest tech companies in the world. But Steve wasn't satisfied. He wanted to change the world. In 1983, he hired John Sculley, a PepsiCo executive, to help lead the company. Steve famously asked him, "Do you want to sell sugar water forever, or come with me and change the world?" It was a bold move, but things didn't go as planned. In 1984, Steve introduced the Macintosh, a new type of computer with a graphical interface and a mouse. It was revolutionary, but it was also expensive and limited in software. Steve demanded perfection from his team. He called his engineers artists and pushed them to make the Macintosh insanely great. He even made them redesign a circuit board just to make it look better, even though users would never see it. His vision was strong, but it created tension. After poor sales and internal conflict, Apple's board decided to remove Steve from his leadership role in 1985. He was just 30 years old and fired from the company he had created. After Apple, Steve founded a new company. Next, focused on building powerful computers for universities and professionals. At the same time, he bought a small animation company called Pixar, which had started as part of George Lucas's film company. In 1995, Pixar released Toy Story, the first fully computer-animated movie. It was a worldwide hit. Steve became a billionaire and turned Pixar into one of the most successful animation studios ever. Meanwhile, Next's hardware wasn't a big success, but its software was excellent, and that would soon change everything. By the mid-1990s, Apple was in trouble. The company was losing money and direction. In 1997, Apple bought Next for over $400 million and brought Steve Jobs back. At first, he returned as an advisor, but within months, he became CEO again. Steve made bold changes. He cut many projects. He stopped licensing the Mac system to other companies, and he made a deal with Microsoft, Apple's biggest rival, to invest and support the Mac. Then, he launched a new slogan, "Think Different." In 1998, Apple released the iMac, a colorful all-in-one computer with a bold design. It was an instant hit. Then came the iBook, a friendly laptop for students, the Power Mac G4, so powerful it was called a supercomputer. And in 2001, the iPod, a small device that could hold thousands of songs. That same year, Apple introduced iTunes, a platform to organize and buy digital music. Suddenly, Apple wasn't just a computer company, it was at the center of digital life. In 2007, Steve introduced the iPhone, a phone, music player, and internet device in one. It changed the smartphone industry forever. Later that year came the iPod Touch, and in 2010, the iPad, a thin, light tablet computer. With these products, Apple became one of the most valuable companies in the world. Steve Jobs' vision to combine technology and art was now in the hands of millions. In 2007, the company officially changed its name from Apple Computer to just Apple Inc. In 2003, Steve was diagnosed with a rare form of pancreatic cancer. He delayed surgery, trying alternative treatments first. In 2004, he had a tumor removed, and for a while he returned to work. But his health continued to decline over the years. In 2009, he received a liver transplant. He kept working but looked weaker each year. In 2011, he stepped down as CEO and became chairman of the board. Just 2 months later, on October 5, 2011, Steve Jobs passed away at the age of 56. Steve Jobs left behind more than just gadgets. He showed the world that technology could be beautiful, easy to use, and personal. He inspired people to think differently, follow their passion, and never give up even after failure. In 2022, he was posthumously awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the highest civilian honor in the United States. Thanks for watching this story about Steve Jobs. We hope it helped you practice your English and learn something new. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and share it with your friends. And of course, subscribe to our channel for more English stories every week. See you next time.